That's right.
We saw, we kicked his ass.
I'm coming for blood. Let's fucking go.
Yep. Let's fucking go. Well, it's been a hot minute since I've been on here. Hope everyone is doing marvelous out there. You know, we got the new intro you just saw. I have it on YouTube. Hopefully, most of you like it. And you know, I was gonna come on and I was gonna do some other stuff, but I have to credit my wife for this one. She was like, you know, talk about the world of AI, artificial intelligence, and the current effect that it has on us now, and where I think it may go in the future. AI seems to be everywhere, not just if you use any social media platform like Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Google Apps. If you have an iPhone, Apple Store, you know they all have these. They all have these websites that have all these things. Hi, Daniel. How you doing, buddy? But the AI has all these things on it. You know, there's all you can download it, put yourself, make yourself believe or be anything that you want to be. Right in the army. AI can make you as a football player. AI can make you as Batman, Spider Man, a WWE wrestler, a soccer player, a fighter. But it's a very dangerous game with artificial intelligence. My personal belief is that I don't trust our United States government, and I don't know how many Americans or how many of you out there actually do trust them. I don't, and you know they have proven time and time again that they will do anything for the money. If the money is right, they don't put the American people first. They will claim they'll come on there and they'll tell you they're putting the American people first. They'll come on there and they'll tell you that this is going to bring green energy or this is going to help us learn, help us become more smart and intelligent. It's like what it's like when the iPhone came out. It was supposed to be the smartphone. And you know, most of the people who have iPhones have the have Siri. You know, Siri talks back. There's also the Google thing, and then there's Alexa. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can have a normal. The other day, me and my wife were having a conversation, and in the middle of that conversation, our Google thing popped up and started talking. If you don't think that the government is using the artificial intelligence to spy on us even more, you know, oh my God, some of you are gladly mistaken, and it's sad, you know, because you know we put these people in office, we vote for these people in office, they're supposed in the constitutional rights they're supposed to work for us, right? but everything is so corrupt. Every politician or every company, whether it's Walmart, Target, whether it's grocery store chains like Kroger or Food Lion or Aldi's or wherever you go to shop for your food, they all should have like a little, when you see NASCAR and they have like sponsors. That's exactly what politicians should put on their suits. I am sponsored by Smirnoff. I'm sponsored by Pfizer. I'm sponsored by Facebook, Meta. I'm sponsored by your mama's asshole. I'm sponsored by this. And that's exactly what they should have on there. But, TikTok started this trend with AI effect. Like you can, let's see what you would look like as Bray Wyatt. Or let's see what you would look like as a monkey from Kingdom of the Planet of Apes that's out right now. And you'll do it and you look at it and you go, oh, that's cool. But in some weird ways, and I'm guilty of this because I did it myself. But then you start to think, is it really a good idea? Who's to say that they're not recreating you? I mean, there's movies out there in Hollywood, and some of these movies that I've seen in Hollywood, they hit home. They really, really do. Like, for example, I, Robot with Will Smith. That one hits home because now they're starting to create certain robots. Like I saw a video recently of this robot cooking in the kitchen. Eventually, they're going to stop. In these restaurants, they're going to stop hiring these cooks for a certain amount of pay, and they're going to start having robots cook now. And eventually, what's going to happen is that when you go to a department store, there's not going to be no cashiers there no more. It's just going to be nothing but either a robot or it's going to be a self-checkout situation. And hell, some McDonald's, there's a McDonald's close to us now that you have to order your food through this computer screen instead of them taking your order now. So some people would look at that, and I know there's a mixed bag. Like some people were thinking, hey, it's technology, it's the way of the world, we're evolving. Japan's already 10 years ahead of us as far as intelligence go. As far as creating new things, Japan's already way ahead of us. But the AI situation is scary. But I can see why people got attached to it because it was fun, it was new, it was something like, oh my God, let me see what I look like as Hulk Hogan. Let me see what I look like as a liberal, or let me see what I look like as Barack Obama, or let me see what I look like as Donald Trump. And it's just, while it may be funny and while you might get some laughs and while you might get people to like your stuff, the eerie part about it, I'm not one of those people that talks about conspiracies very much because I have my own beliefs and my own thought process on that, but I would not be shocked that every time that we get on one of those AI situations that they are finding a way to clone us. And, this is about to get deep. When people talk about, we talk about life and death, and then you talk about reincarnation. I'm starting to wonder if eventually, you remember how some people have those, how we're going through, we clock in, we get up in the morning, or if you work at night, we get up, you go to work, and you're like, you know what, I really just don't want to fucking go. But you always wish to yourself, well, wish I had a second version of clone of me that can go in for me. Eventually, I got a feeling that that's exactly what's going to happen. It could come to a point to where if you don't want to go to work, And I know some of you are like, "Hey, Kev, Big Kev, that sounds cool, man. I can stay home and do this," but is it really cool though? Because now that AI version of you is going into work for you. It's pretty much stealing your identity from you. And hackers and all them, they're going to find ways to get around this whole AI, meta, always AI stuff. And it's just, we use, I think the problem is that we don't go back to the old school ways of how we did things. Use a map. Don't sit there and like ask Siri for directions. Don't ask Alexa, like, "Hey Alexa, call this," or "Hey Alexa, play this for me." And it's like we're feeding into this. We're giving them that power and that finesse to do what is necessary on it. But I was trying to get her to say something, but she doesn't want to. It's cool. Um, it you can go back and watch The Simpsons. Simpsons were the ones that predicted that Donald Trump was going to win the presidency, and that happened. Some of these movies that you see, like iRobot or like artificial intelligence, or the government spying on your phone taps or your phone calls or your texts and everything like that. These are things that are, if you think about it, the if you think about the director, the writer, and the production company is pretty much trying to warn you without saying it that all of this is going on. And eventually it's going to come to fruition where AI may affect the way that we go and vote now, because now anytime we vote for the presidency, or whether you're voting for a mayor or a senator or a governor, you go into the booth and you press that button. Eventually they're going to come up with new ways on how to do that as well. The artificial intelligence stuff is not for us to I don't think it's there for us as a country to get better. The artificial intelligence there is for them to find more ways to control you and I, and to control everyone else. Because eventually they're going to start coming with AI versions of people who were dead, like singers. They're going to start coming out with actors that were dead, and they're going to have AI versions of them eventually. And it's going to be creepy. And that's where I feel like this is going. Not in the right direction. Now, I'm pretty sure when AI first probably was created, if you look at it, AI could be used for something good if it was in the right hands. But do you really honestly believe and trust that our government would actually have our best interests at heart? The weather could be AI manipulated. I think that that's eventually going to happen. And some of y'all are like, "Man, look at Kevin. He's being this conspiracy theorist guy." No, I'm being serious. AI may control how we watch sports on TV. Some of you that love football, or some of you that love baseball or basketball, hockey. These are things that could possibly happen. AI with music, AI with, because now to me, it started when I started listening to these AI tracks of them, of like, Michael Jackson's voice singing an Elvis Presley song, and you hear it and you go, "Wow, that thing sounds just like Michael Jackson." There's a reason for that. while the government could probably keep archives of how singers or people talked or sounded back in the day, AI is going to become one of those things where if you also look at a movie like, I don't know, look at a movie like Megan. I don't know if any of y'all watch Megan, the little artificial intelligent doll who started having a mind of her own. And see, that's what's going to happen. Something like that, too, where you're going to have like a artificial intelligent toy or an artificial intelligent doll, and it's going to start having a mind of its own, and it's going to start doing things that you don't want it to do. And you would think, oh, this is cool, and it may be cool right at that moment, but after a while, it's going to look different. I mean, honestly, for me, I would feel different afterward. I'd be like, oh, shit. Because you don't know if that AI thing is going to start killing people. And I know that, the artificial intelligence is something that the U.S. Military and all of them have used for a long time to get, data over the people that are trying to hurt us or other countries and things. I get it, but I feel like this AI is here to not help us but hurt us. Because eventually they're going to start. I wouldn't even be surprised if they start doing AI versions of your money or AI versions of your ID, your social security check, the social security card. It's just anything that you do can end up becoming AI. Like eventually, they're not going to have surgeons in the hospital anymore. They're going to have AI robots doing surgery on you. Not no telling what the hell they might put in you. That's the kind of world that we're kind of living in right now, and to me, it is very scary. And some of us kind of need to open up our eyes just a little bit on this because this is something that you may think it's he's he's being overreactive. This ain't gonna happen. Well, here's my thing to you. How do you know? How do you know it's not going to happen? I mean, could there be parts of what I'm saying could be wrong? Absolutely, and I hope I am. I really, truly, 100% do hope I'm wrong, but I honestly feel like that we got no privacy anymore. We got no, you can't even get on the phone and take a painful shit and talking to your friends or your loved one or the music you listen to on Spotify, everything or Pandora music, whatever you listen to, everything is being watched, recorded, and eventually, you know, AI is going to take over the entire world. And because I feel like some of us here in the United States, I feel like we're dumb enough to allow it into our orbit. And we don't even know if aliens could be using the AI thing for purposes to spy on us. We don't know if it's going to be our government that's going to use it, which I would bet more money on that than I would the first one. But there's things that are happening for reasons, and we'll figure out those reasons when the time comes. But hopefully it's not too late when that happens. And I I know this might be a little bit of a different video for me, even being a little more serious with this than I usually am. But this whole thing with AI, while I find it cool, at times. They claim right now, like for example, they say, however, AI won't replace human jobs. It will it will just do existing roles, allowing companies to lean more on human capabilities by taking over routine tasks. AI will free people from their typical responsibilities, enabling them to focus on their roles, complex, strategic, and creative aspects that AI can't handle. You know, that's just something right there you just don't trust. A survey of 2,700 AI experts, a majority said there was at least a 5% chance that super intelligent machines will destroy humanity. Plus, how medical AI fails when assessing new patients and a system that can spot similarities in a person's fingerprints. A 5% risk. While you may look at that and you may think, wow, that's a low number. Is it really? Is it really that much of a low number? So another guy, according to CNN, this was dated on March 12th, 2024. Hinton said that there's a 10% chance that AI will lead to human extinction within the 3 decades. When Hinton and a dozen of other AI industry leaders, academics, and others signed a statement last June saying that the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority. A global priority. Right there is enough to warrant. I mean, these are things that could possibly happen. I'm not saying that they will. I mean, I believe that there's a good chance of that happening, and I feel like that's more than a 5%, more than a 10% chance. I think we're looking at more of a. I think we're looking at a 45% chance that that could possibly happen, and AI can start taking over stuff. Like they can start taking over your cell phone. They can start taking over your TV, your computer, your hell, electric cars right now. I mean, there's things that they can easily probably take over, and it's scary if we use it in a right. If we use it right, yeah, it can be very beneficial to us all. But here's the thing, though: the United States have never been really trustworthy with how they use things. So if I'm any of you, I would love to hear some of your thoughts on this. Artificial intelligence. What do you think it will do on the current effect on us now? What do you think it might be effective later on? I would love to hear some comments. So please, guys, like, share, and sub. I would love to hear from you. As always, I am out. Peace and love.